Alright, there we go. We're in. Well, it should be firing up in a second here. I usually have to sit here and stare at YouTube to like verify it's actually catching me going live. It's like 1 out of like 50 streams, I swear like it just does not catch any. Like I click start to stream, like I'm under the impression I'm streaming the entire time, and then like I go back and look and somehow like the entire stream is not on YouTube. Like it's only there for like 10 seconds and like nothing shows up after that. Yeah dude, this crap. Technology gets me sometimes, I swear.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting here waiting. There we go. I think I just got the confirmation from YouTube. It's actually catching me.
Yeah. You're live on your channel. So.
All right.
That means I'm talking into here, aren't I? Oh, or am I? Or are you? I should say.
Or am I? Or are you? That's all right. We just got a whole. We got a whole Garruk. Garruk Veil Curse. So Shinobi, this is for you, buddy. This is for you. We're gonna talk about your Garruk that you just posted on this wonderful, what are we, October 4th at friggin' almost 11 p.m.
Yeah.
Anyway.
October 5th, technically. This is the card for tomorrow.
Oh yeah, that's true. Right. It's his October 5th card that he posted 12 hours early. So we're gonna have some fun, and we got Arcanus. We got our buddy Arcanus on the stream here. Arcanus is perhaps how we should say it. But anyway, I do have Shinobi's newest custom, his Garruk Veil Curse in front of me here. Which, so Arcanus, have you had a chance to review his card? Are you staring at it?
Yeah, I'm looking at it now. As well.
Have some fun reading it. Tell me when you're done, and we'll just talk after the fact.
Let's see. Yeah. Okay.
Cool.
Okay, I've read it.
All right. So, what do you think? I mean, I'm not gonna go into his abilities quite yet, but so I mean, for his height is medium 4. That seems kind of small. I don't know how big the actual figure is, but isn't Garruk kind of a big guy according to the lore?
Yeah. So I thought he's like meant to be like a pretty chunky, beast-like person.
So yeah, I don't know if Shinobi made this guy medium 4 because like the actual figure is kind of small compared to, like, let's say like Soren or just like the official figures. But yeah, that's like one of the first things that jumps out is like I kind of would have expected this guy to be like medium 6, like kind of big. But again, yeah, like maybe it's just out of his hands and he thought medium 4 best fit how physically large the figure is on the table.
Yeah, maybe. He hasn't said where the figure's from in this occasion, so he can't.
Oh yeah, wait, did he? I thought he did. Didn't he say it was
Oh yeah, Reaper Mini actually. Yeah.
Yeah, there it is, Reaper. Yeah.
Bigger.
I don't know. I still don't know how large that figure is, and I mean I'm not gonna really look into it right now. But anyway, so his cost is 350. Yo, his stat line. All right, so 350. I guess I'll stop here. 350 is like just average cost. I feel like if you make any random generic planeswalker, like, and you just slap a 350 on it, that's just kind of like middle of the line.
Yeah.
Like most of the planeswalkers are within 5 or 10 points of 350. So but yeah, 8 life, 4 power, 4 toughness, 6 move in 1 range. Kind of beefy.
Yeah, pretty chunky. A lot of life.
Yeah. Yeah, 8 life, 4 toughness. That's tied with Ob Nixilis, but he's a decent chunk cheaper than Ob Nixilis, which is funny. Less power than Ob too. But yeah, he's kind of like ballpark Ob Nixilis tanky, which I think is pretty good. 4 power is kind of weak, although I think his abilities make up for that. Planeswalker Hunter. Well, I guess before I go on, yeah, like you're right. He's kind of a meaty guy, but kind of average altogether. You say, right, for his stats?
Yeah. So other than like a lot of life to get through, but the range one obviously cuts him down. Just a melee only.
Yep.
It fits with his character.
Yeah, absolutely, exactly. Like I don't really see anything wrong with his stat line. Like that seems like ballpark what this guy would have, I would think. maybe more power, but yeah, like the more power, as we're about to find out, more power. Four power seems
he
weak
gets
for
enough buffs for
a
things.
raging beast like this guy, but it's 4 power, and then he has. We'll start with this first one, the Planeswalker Hunter. When Garruk attacks a Planeswalker, he gets +2 power.
Yeah.
What do you think of that?
I have a feeling that's slightly misworded.
Yeah, I do too.
I sincerely hope he's not getting a permanent +2 power boost every time he attacks a Planeswalker.
Stacking +2 power.
Yeah, I think what Shinobi means there. You can let us know.
Like while he's attacking a Planeswalker.
A Planeswalker gets +2.
Yeah, okay, good. That's like the first thing I thought. I was like, wait a minute, this sounds like it's a stacking +2 power every time you attack a walker. Holy crap. Like this guy is murdering people after 2 attacks on a Planeswalker. Like he's at 8 power. Oh my god. Yeah, Shinobi, so
all the dice.
Shinobi, yeah, I guess the first suggestion absolutely would be to change this to like while Garruk is attacking a Planeswalker, you know, or maybe Arcanist, Arcanist. You can take this away. What's the better way to word this?
Probably. Yeah. While he's attacking a Planeswalker, he gets +2. So yeah. While Garruk Battlecast is attacking a Planeswalker, he gains +2 power.
Yeah, that seems more along like because when he attacks he gets +2 power. Yeah, that sounds like it's repeatedly stacking every single time. It's crazy.
Yeah, while attacking a Planeswalker, he has +2 power.
Yeah, there you go. While Garruk Veilcursed is attacking while he attacks. Yeah, I don't know. A Planeswalker, yeah, he gets +2 power. It makes enough sense. We can move on from there.
Yeah.
Tracker. At the end of another Planeswalker's turn, Garruk, you may move 1 space of the same elevation. This is this needs a lot of help. This one's all over the place.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that's like once per round or if that's at the end of every other Planeswalker's turn.
I mean, there's no rounds in AOTP unless you're thinking AOTP turn, or I mean AOTP HeroScape terms.
A lot of Shinobi's customs have like a custom rounds mechanic for AOTP.
That's true. I think that's mostly, and I should probably know this better, but I think it's because he just borrowed that wording from HeroScape directly.
Yeah.
Because like at least when we've played with him, like he doesn't use order markers. I don't think he's tracking rounds. I might be wrong.
Yeah.
But I think my first guess is God.
Previous customs make use of rounds and reference rounds.
Ah, okay. I've noticed that sometimes for sure. Yeah.
It might have come from that.
Yeah, it's interesting. So how do you word this? Yeah, because what I think he means is like basically at the end of any other Planeswalker's turn, you may move Garruk 1 space, right? That's kind of what he's going for.
Yeah.
What's the best way to word this?
Yeah, at the end of. I guess, does this count? This would be friendly and enemy Planeswalkers.
Currently it is. And yeah, in my mind, I'm thinking you probably only really want this to count for enemies, I would imagine. Maybe I'm wrong.
Like I guess the idea thematically is that he's
hunting the enemy Planeswalkers, right? Yeah, so it's like he probably only moves when an enemy Planeswalker moves, I would think. Yeah,
I'd say so. So in that case, that would be like at the end of... how do they phrase it? Do they say enemy or do they say?
I think it's opposing. I'd have to look it up.
Yeah, I think it might be opposing. The fact that you said that makes me think it is.
I don't remember. No, you're making me question it because I actually don't know. It might be at the end of an opponent's Planeswalker. Yeah, truthfully, I'd have to like look this shit up.
Oh yeah, true.
I'm about to go on HeroScapers real quick now, just to find like 1 or 2 cards, AOTP cards. I'm trying to think of it too.
So that would be at the,
go ahead.
At the end of opposing an enemy player's Planeswalker's turn, you may move Garruk 1 space.
Yeah.
the same elevation is an interesting caveat because moving one space, he wouldn't be able to climb up, but saying it has to be the same elevation, it stops him climbing down.
He can't climb down. Yeah, that's very odd. I agree with you on that. Like, I don't think that doesn't really make a lot of sense even thematically.
Yeah.
But like he's a raging fucking animal. Like I don't think a little elevation should stop him. I would just say I agree with you. Just say you may move. Yeah, you may move Garrick one space or whatever. You may move. At the end of an opposing, I want to look up. I'm gonna have to look at a spell. I gotta think of. Can you think of like an official like card that says, hey, at the end of like an enemy planeswalker's turn, do this? Like I'm trying to think of a card that might do that, but I can't right now.
Oh, no, but all the ones for you control, it's always at the start of the turn of a planeswalker you control. So it would be at the end of a turn, at the end of the turn of a planeswalker an opponent controls.
You're right. So like, okay, I see where you're going. Right. Yeah. So like we go, who is it? The blue, like the projections, right? Yes, it says like for the illusionary deception. Right, it says at the start of the turn of a blue planeswalker you control. I see, yeah, that makes sense. So you could say, yeah, at the end of the turn of an opponent's planeswalker? Is that what we're thinking?
Of a planeswalker an opponent controls.
That is so wordy. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. It is a bit, but yeah.
I feel like we should be able to cut that down. Like at the end of the turn of an opposing planeswalker.
Yeah, nowhere actually says a friendly figure or an enemy figure on actual cards, I don't think.
Yeah, there's friendlies. Angel's Mercy definitely says friendly. Not about like. It? Yeah, it says that you may remove 3 damage from a friendly creature, I think. Yeah, friendlies is definitely mentioned on a few cards. Friendly's definitely a thing, but I don't think opposing is a thing. Although, like for me personally. Go ahead.
We whip out my comprehensive rules set because
look it up.
Friendly's the thing. Then I would have written like in the same line things you were. Right, there we go.
Yeah, I'm gonna go look up the spell right now and just pull it up on my
stream. Friendly players, figures are friendly figures.
Yeah, Angel's Mercy says remove up to 3 damage counters from a friendly creature, and that definitely means like yours or a teammate's.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's from the actual. Okay. So the term friendly is defined in the actual rules.
Yes, it is.
But the definition for the term enemy or anything similar, anything equivalent.
There's no definition for it. You said.
Yeah, that's correct. No definition.
Yeah,
for
like
it. So
no official.
You say a friendly figure, but you can't say an enemy figure.
That's weird. We should though. Like maybe at some point, at least for us.
Controls.
Yeah, I would personally be like, yep, enemy. Like, hey, we're gonna make custom shit up because enemy figure. If friendly figures should be a thing, I don't see why enemies shouldn't. But that's neither here nor there. But right. So then, we're still working on tracker at this point. So it's at the end of. The turn of a planeswalker an opponent controls, you may move Garrick 1 space. That's what we're saying?
Yes.
Shinobi, play that back and write it down real slow. That's a mouthful. All right.
Yeah, unless we're happy to say enemy figures, in which case it would be at the end of the turn of
an enemy planeswalker. Yeah.
That
personally wouldn't bother me. I mean, this is Shinobi's card anyway. He's gonna do whatever the hell he wants. But like enemy planeswalker, I think most people should know what that means. But yeah, since it's not officially defined,
it's probably more a case of it just wasn't used in Aotp officially, so it never got a rules definition.
It's so weird, dude. Yeah, just like squad characteristics from the Ghoul Vanguard.
Yeah, good old squad characteristics.
They used it on a whole 1 card and never explained what it meant.
Yeah.
What are we on now, though? Let's move on. Hunt the week.
Okay, so Hunt the week. All other friendly figures you control adjacent to Garrick. Yeah. +1 power when attacking enemy creatures with 1 or more damage markers. I like it. That sounds familiar. I feel like there's been an actual card with a similar effect on it.
This is kind of like 2 abilities combined, I would say, but yeah, Yeah, this is kind of similar to a lot of stuff that's already in AOTP.
Yeah.
I got a quick question for you. Why would other need to be in here? Couldn't you just say all friendly creatures or all friendly figures you control? What? You don't even need to say friendly figures. You can just say all figures you control adjacent to Garruk, yada yada, right? Like, why would you need other friendly? Because friendly means you or your teammate, but that's automatically nullified when you say figures you control.
Well, so you wouldn't control a teammate's figures, and the other edge case is that a creature you'd taken control of wouldn't be a friendly creature.
But
if there'd be an enemy creature that you're controlling,
is that the way that works? Are you sure? I have never played it that way. Like, when you gain control of it, you own it. Like, it's.
Does that make them friendly?
So, like, if you go look at, all right. Well, I mean, the quickest thing I can think of is what's.
Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, figures controlled by friendly players are friendly figures.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. Because I was about to say, like, if you look at Jace, oh my gosh, what's his name? Jace Beleren. The good Jace, Super Jace.
Oh wait, no, hold on, I can't read. Hold on.
Sorry, that's fine.
The enemy figures thing. Yeah, enemy figures are defined.
Oh, you defined them? Okay.
No, I didn't. The
rulebook does?
I did. No, the rulebook doesn't. I did.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Black text is, yeah. Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah, friendly figures, and then figures controlled by opponents are enemy figures.
Okay, good. I like that. That's actually a good definition. Yeah. But yeah, I was about to say, like, when you have, like, Jace's Mind Stealer, right? It says you may choose target planeswalker.
Is to do with control then. So yeah.
I would say so. Yeah.
If you take control of a creature, yeah, it is then a friendly creature.
It does fall under friendly. Well, yeah.
So the
but what I mean
is whether.
What I mean, if I can slow you down.
With a teammate.
Yes, what I mean is, right, exactly. There's no point of saying other friendly here, because when you say all figures you control, other friendly does not matter. Like, all figures you control means it's only stuff you own, not your teammates, and obviously not your opponent's figures. Yeah, so I would...
either...
God.
Either Shinobi wants it to be figures you control, or if you want to include...
friendlies.
The teammates, then it will just be friendly figures.
Yeah. So it's either... God, you want to keep going?
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, yeah, right. So what we have to start, this first line is either all friendly figures adjacent to Garruk, or all figures you control adjacent to Garruk. Yeah, that's got to be one of those two lines, because this whole thing, what's going on, this first line is a little jumbled mess right now. But yeah, so we got to clarify, do we want friendlies? Do we want all of our teammates? Or do we want just things we control? But I just kind of want to, I mean, the rest of the language, like, makes sense, right? The syntax, get +1 when attacking enemy. I guess, should we say while attacking, or is when attacking also good?
When attacking is, that works as well.
Okay, so when attacking enemy creatures with 1 or more damage. You know what I would say too? Speaking of that wording, speaking of 1 or more damage, I would think you just copy what there they are, the Malakir Blood Chasers. What did they say? Does that say 1 or more damage counters as well? Okay, so it says, while attacking, a Malakir Blood Chaser gets +1 hit if the defending figure has a damage marker on it. So I would think you say something like that. You just say, when attacking enemy creatures with a damage marker on them? Huh, I don't know.
Yeah.
Enemy creatures that have a damage marker? I don't know.
Yeah, with a damage mark, yeah. Yeah,
with 1 or more damage markers is funny. I'm trying... Yeah, this is a funny one to try and word. How do you word this? So we get... It's must be like...
Yeah, because under English grammar, if you multiple damage markers, you do have a damage marker on the creature.
Yeah, or at least...
This removes the ambiguity that some people would try to argue.
Yeah. No, there's multiple instances, at least in my opinion, in AOTP, and I think even in the rulebook. Maybe I'm wrong. But at least, like, within AOTP, just, like, in how you use other spells, that, right, like, if something or someone has some number of things, that if they have more than that number, then that still counts. Yeah.
Yeah.
that still counts them. Like it's like, oh, if you need to have 5 cards. Well, it's like if you have 7, it's like then yes, you have 5 cards.
Yeah.
You have more than 5.
If you wanted to restrict it to be precisely a number, you'd say if they have exactly.
Okay.
Damage markers.
Is that what MTG does? Because I don't think AOTP has anything like that. That says like only exactly 1.
Oh, I'm trying to think of an example, actually. It would be, like, really weird. It would be, a very unusual ability in Magic to do something.
Okay. No, that's fine. I could see that, though, to be like, when attacking creatures, we could probably try and come up with something that makes more sense, just to be, right, to be like, well, with exactly 1, or with only 1 damage marker, something like that. I don't know. You're right, though, that I 100% agree that, like, AOTP, I don't think it explicitly spells it out, but I think it's rather, like, clearly heavily implied with a lot of things that it's like when something says do 5 damage or do 3 damage or draw 2 cards, it's like, well then, like, if you can't do exactly that much because whatever, like the creature doesn't have, if it says deal 3 damage and the creature has 1 life, it doesn't matter, like the thing is still taking 3 damage, right? Or draw 2 cards and your library only has 1 card, well, it doesn't matter, like you're still just drawing. Like clearly it's like, if it's that number or greater, like you can just do the damn thing, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, so what I wanted to say, right, is like, so right, we can copy Shinobi. We're on a rant here, but you can copy like what the Malakir Bloodchasers say, where it says if the defending figure has a damage marker, maybe. But or maybe as an alternative, not an alternative, more like mechanic, like play discussion. The conditions on this thing feel horrid, in my opinion. That like, okay, let's just say it's figures I control, right? Figures we control. Figures I control number 1, they have to be adjacent to Garruk, and they have to be attacking an enemy figure with at least 1 damage. Like, beating both of those conditions feels pretty tough, in my opinion, like, just for starters.
Yeah, especially with Garruk having 6 move and also wandering on other Planeswalkers' turns. Then
yeah.
really going to spend his time being adjacent to your creatures.
Yeah, I didn't even consider that. I wasn't even thinking about his tracker. That's another good point. But yeah, Hunt the Weak, just like, forget tracker, although that, I mean, Arcanus, that's a really good point, that like he's going to be wandering. Forget your chances of getting your other guys. But yeah, like having to be adjacent to Garruk and also attacking an enemy creature with at least 1 or more damage. That's like, I don't know if you've played tested this Shinobi, but this feels like I don't even see this ability triggering even once per game. Like, I think on a lucky game, this is triggering once per game, and that's it.
Yeah.
I don't.
Think while it's
thematic,
it's not going to get much use, and therefore it's not much point having it.
Yeah, this is going to be pretty tough. You know what? This, considering he does have green, like if he's carrying like the Kessigs, like this is probably easier. This is easier with ranged figures, is what it is. Right? Like a ranged figure can easily stand next to Garruk and shoot, up to 5 spaces away and pick something that's damaged. But for range 1 figures, it's certainly not going to work at all. But yeah, never mind. So it's not quite as unusable as I thought, because we have ranged figures that could do something with it. It's still a pretty tough condition altogether, though.
But then if he stood next to ranged figures, he's not in the battle.
Yeah, so that's true.
You'd end up, you'd be playing him 2 different ways during the game.
Right, like you're turtling around him. That's the weird thing. Yeah. It's like you're turtling all of your figures around him, or you're using his tracker and having him wander off on his own. It's kind of funny. Yeah, Hunt the Weak seems a little bit hard to use. I don't know if I'm suggesting to like change it, but it could probably stay. I just don't think this ability is contributing a whole lot.
Yeah, I don't think it will have an impact in the game. So.
Alright, we'll move on. Liliana's Grasp. Garruk may not benefit from any positive plus X power or plus X toughness modifiers from sorceries or enchantments.
Interesting. So I see what Shinobi's going for here. I'm wondering how well defined that is.
It's not an AOTP that I know of anyway.
Yeah.
I think it makes enough sense as it's written. Like, this is very clearly a custom thing, and like it doesn't bother me the way it's written.
Like, it makes sense. Yeah, it makes sense what it's trying to do.
Yep.
But, yeah, modifies isn't a defined term.
That's true. Well, I mean, neither is positive plus X, whatever, huh?
Yeah.
That is true. I mean, would you rather... What would you say to change it? To be like, Garruk's power and or... Oh, you know, Garruk's power or toughness? What would... Garruk's power and toughness, Garruk's power or toughness may not be increased by sorceries and enchantments, like something to that effect? Or
yeah,
cannot be increased?
Word, yeah, can't be increased.
Okay, yeah. So Garruk's power and toughness. Which is the correct term? Do we say power and toughness or power or toughness? What's... I don't even know.
Power nor toughness.
Okay. Oh, power nor toughness. Okay. So Garruk's power nor toughness cannot be increased.
A or B. It is.
Yeah, right? Nor is not a word I use very often, so it didn't even cross my mind.
So either nor. Neither nor. Scenario.
Alright, so yeah, Garruk's power nor toughness cannot be increased by sorceries or enchantments, right?
Neither Garruk's power nor toughness can be increased.
God, read it. Read it all out in one sentence so that he knows what he should put.
So it would be... So neither Garruk's power nor toughness can be increased by sorceries or enchantments.
Boom. That's actually really simple. That's really simple.
Yeah.
I like it.
It reads a bit better, yeah. Yeah.
It's pretty cute. I think it's cute. Like, I think it works thematically.
Exactly, yeah, and it does help to balance his life as well, because you can't just buff him up and make him indestructible.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, from official Aotp, there's nothing in black or green that give him toughness, that would give him toughness. But there's plenty of stuff, at least in green. What, 1, 2, 3? There's at least 3 cards. One sorcery and 2 enchantments. So yeah, that would give him plus power. So yeah, that definitely keeps him from just murdering a lot of shit.
Yeah. Definitely, yeah. Within Shinobi's customs as well.
Yeah, Shinobi's got a bazillion spells, so that's the thing. Is he's gonna have a hell of a lot more.
Every ability is covered somewhere.
Holy crap! Altogether, what do you give this guy as far as alright, so out of 10, 10 being he's overpowered and broken, how good do you think he would be? Theoretically, how good is he in the fight? On the board, on the table? Is he 10? Is he 10 completely overpowered?
Done this before.
Time to make up a number.
Okay, let's pick a number. So let's break this down actually. I'd say in terms of style of the card, so the how thematic it is.
Yeah, I was gonna go there next, just to let you know. You want to do theme first? I was gonna say what do you think his on-table power is, and then what do you think his theme is? So let's go theme first. So 10 being really thematic, 0 through 10, 10 being the most thematic, how thematic and true to the lore. How well emulated is this guy to the real Garruk from MTG? What do you think?
Yeah, I think 10 out of 10.
Oh yeah? Okay, cool.
Yeah, that's Garruk summed up pretty much. He hunts kids. He beats on small things, and he's cursed and has a hard time in life. That's about him summed up.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so I think you really nailed the style of Garruk here.
Okay.
Okay, so then for.
So if I can slow you down real quick, for lore, and I guess this is a minor nitpick on my part. I probably give it something around an 8 or a 9. I think my biggest issue right now with him is that he only has 4 power. So and you were mentioning he stomps small things, but it's you put him against whatever the ruin or any hero, any creature really. He's only getting his 6 power when he's attacking a walker. So it's he's not really that good against creatures. I look at this guy and I'm sending all of my creatures at him because he's not going to beat my creatures. He's only got 4 power.
It's true.
That's probably my biggest nitpick. But go ahead.
Good, but yeah, I get. Yeah, but in terms of lore, he did hunt planeswalkers specifically.
Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong there. Absolutely. And as someone who doesn't know MTG super well, I just look at this and it's like, wait, yeah, like why? Yeah, you're right, and maybe that really is actually like a lore hit, like a flavor hit. Then I'm looking at him like, I want my Planeswalker far away from him, and I'm just gonna swamp him with my creatures, and it's that easy to slow him down.
Yeah.
But anyway,
I think, like,
go ahead.
Full power is still enough for like, certainly like most squad creatures. Full power will be taking them out. Full power, full toughness.
Four power is pretty mediocre. I don't think it's bad, but I would not call it good either. Like I think every other melee Planeswalker has 5 power, except for Gideon, but Gideon doesn't count.
It's true, yeah.
But you have like Soren has 5, Ob has 5.
Hero's probably more of an issue for Garrett.
Yeah.
Because he wouldn't get the buff, but they're a bit tougher.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah,
but anyway, your guess. Now we'll move on to like his table power, his like mechanical power. How good do you think he is on the table, like while he's fighting?
Is that right? So how does this score work then?
Just 10 being, you know, he's really way too, like, for his point cost. I guess what I'm trying to say is, for his point cost of 350, like, how does he kind of compare to like other walkers, like at the 350 value? Like, do you think he's better than most 350 point planeswalkers would be, like, on the table? Again, like, if he's killing shit and like he's got to kill a bunch of dudes, like, on average, do you think he's doing as good or better or worse than other 350 point walkers? Is kind of what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I think he's probably better value than other walkers generally.
Okay. Okay, not bad. Yeah, as far as like, so maybe we'll say this on like on the scale of whatever 1 through 10. Like 1 being, of course, he sucks. 5. How about let's say like we'll say it's like 5 is like, yeah, he's basically getting his points worth, and 10 is like, nah, he's way better than 350. Like, would you say he's probably like a 5 or a 6? Like he's pretty much right where he needs to be.
Yeah, I'd say somewhere around like the 6 mark.
Or do you think he's slightly better than that?
I think he's good value for what he does, and he's quite strong against planeswalkers. But like the Liliana's Grasp help tempt him, and he's not like as OP in the power.
Okay, yeah, I think I'm pretty much with you.
Overall.
I think the Liliana's Grasp, and then Hunt the Weak seems really hard to use. Again, like we're this is theoretical. It's not like we've played this guy, so we have no actual fucking clue. But yeah, like Liliana's Grasp definitely holds it back. Like just looking at official Aotp, it's like he doesn't get Groundswell, Leaf Arrow, he doesn't get Predatory Strike. Like he's missing out on a lot of potential power that he could get from spells because of that. Yeah. So that's a drawback in my opinion for sure, which is fine. Yeah. Like because like if he didn't have that ability, yeah, I'd be like this dude's probably like a 7, like 7 or 8 maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. I'd give it, I'd say like ballpark 6. Like I think he's probably still slightly better than his points would lead you to believe, but I don't think he would need to be changed that much. Like I could see him maybe going to like 355 or 360, only in theory, having not play tested him myself, of course.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just looking at.
Cool. Well, anyway, this is a fun chat. I actually don't have much else to say about this, or anything else to really add to the convo. Any final thoughts from you?
Covered this card well. Yeah, it's the one card from Shinobi for Mori.
Yeah, the one card. Luckily, we're not talking about 4 or 5.
Yeah, it's normally 4. Yeah.
There's so much to go through.
Okay. Yeah, Shinobi, let us know what you think. We'll wait for the next one.
Oh my goodness. All right, Arcanus. Yeah, thanks for joining me for this. This is only the second time I've sat here on a stream and ranted about Shinobi's customs, so it's fun to do it with somebody else.
Yeah, it's good.
But yeah, I'll get ready to kill the stream. Yeah, thanks for hanging out, dude. You have yourself a good night. All right.